This video tutorial is to show you how easy it is to replace a solenoid. The older Phoenix models and Oros had the solenoid inside the roaster after a line that ran from the bottom around to this side. The new ones actually have it on the outside, which makes it even easier to replace. Basically, the solenoid contains two components, and we'll show you those in a picture in just a moment. The easiest way to do this is to unscrew this part. The whole piece pops out. You can remove the wiring and then loosen the bolt on top of the solenoid, pull this entire piece off, and generally speaking, you only have to replace the electronic piece on the top. And so you would just put a new one down on, tighten it back on, put the two wires in the proper location, and that should be good to go. In rare cases where the bottom part is defective, the piping part, you may have to replace that as well. But generally on these type of solenoids, just the top piece needs replaced. Here's a general solenoid with the type that are in the Oro roasters, are very similar to the type that's in the Oro roasters. As you can see, there's two main components to these. Generally speaking, you will not need to replace the pipe part of it. You'll just need to replace the electronic part if there's a defect. And to do that, you simply unscrew the old one off, put a new unit on, tighten it down, and then replace the wiring on the inside, which we're going to show you how to do in just a minute. Here is a typical unit in its full assembly. Once you get that wire loose, you can just pull this off. There's a protective coating here, and then you're going to need a little flathead screwdriver or something to just pop this piece out, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, just pop this little piece out here. Well, easier said than done. There we go. And then as you can see, the wiring, the connectors on each side are the ones that you would replace your wiring with. The center one is for ground, which isn't used in the Oros, and in most of our roasters are not used as well. So you just replace those two wires, obviously running the wires through this, then pop that back in, pop it back onto the unit, and then using your connector screw, you would tighten it right back up. Oh, one thing I did forget, silly me, is the protective cover here. So try not to forget any of the components. And then just pop that all back on, screw it down, and then you are ready to either connect it to your piping, or if you've already connected it to the piping, that's fine as well. Although it may be easier to do the wiring before you actually connect it to this part of the solenoid.